So today I woke up because I don't know why I just slept a little earlier, and Luka Doncic is a Laker now. That's absolutely crazy. Probably the most surprising and biggest trade in NBA history because in the NBA you do not trade your best player randomly. At the trade deadline especially. Trade deadline usually don't have that much trades. So this is absolutely insane that is happening. But we'll talk about both sides, why they did this, and let's get into it. So the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. They also got Max Christie, which is a solid player, and one first round pick. Some seconds were thrown in there, something like that. And the Jazz got Jalen Hood Schifino and 2 second round picks. And Lakers traded Jalen Hood-Schifino, who's also not really a good player, but Max Christie is probably the biggest loss besides AD because Max Christie was starting and was a great defender for them, and then AD is their biggest loss by far. Anthony Davis to the Mavericks is going to be pretty interesting because AD was the best defender for the Lakers. He was also basically their best player, and now he's gone for Luka, though. Now, the Lakers definitely won this trade because AD is arguably not even their best player because LeBron is still there. And they just got back a top 5 player in the league. The Mavericks sold on this trade really bad. Now, if they would have just said to other teams that Luka is available, maybe they would get a package that actually would be really good because basically every team will want Luka. So maybe some teams are willing to trade their best player who might fit better as a younger player than Anthony Davis. And they traded Luka because of weight issues, which is crazy. Like, that's actually crazy. Trading your best superstar player because of weight issues. Like, even Zion hasn't been traded yet, and he has definitely had more weight issues than Luka. And they viewed Luka as not a player that can lead them to a championship. That's actually insane because Luka basically reached them to the finals last year, and they could have been looking like a team that could contend. But now they got Anthony Davis, who actually is a pretty solid fit in Dallas. AD and Kyrie will be nice because Kyrie could now be the lead guard now besides Luka. And Clay with PJ Washington, AD, and Lively slash Gaffer. Lively's injured right now, but he will come back in the playoffs, I believe. This team is really deep. They have off the bench like Dinwiddie, Grimes, Max Christie, and like Dante Exum, and some other players that are pretty good. So that team might contend for a few years, but after that, it's gonna be worse because players are gonna be older. Kyrie is a free agent soon, also. And then for the Lakers, this sets up their future for the next 10 years unless they trade Luka, which would be actually crazy. LeBron will retire, but after LeBron retires, they can still contend because they have Luka and they have a solid core with Luka. Austin Reeves is Dorian Finney-Smith, all that stuff. But right now, I still don't view the Lakers as a very championship contender. I mean, I view them as a championship contender, but I still don't think they'll win the championship with this because they traded their best center and they needed a center already. Now they have no center, basically Jackson Hayes and Christian Coloco, which are not really the centers you need for a contending team. All the other positions are set. They got like really good wing depth. Dorian Finney-Smith, Jared Vanderbilt. Rui has been solid recently. LeBron, obviously. Luka, and then their guards are pretty solid as well. They got like Austin Reeves, who have been playing really well recently. They just traded Christie, though, but they still have Gabe Vincent, who's been solid recently. So, Luka and LeBron are teammates. I'm very interested in that because they're two ball-dominant players, so I'm interested in what will happen. But LeBron has succeeded in playing with another ball-dominant guard, Kyrie. And then Luka has succeeded in playing with another ball dominant guard, Brunson and Kyrie. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens. I think the Lakers are not done here. The Mavericks possibly are not done as well, but I feel like the Lakers are not done. They need to get at least one center, maybe another one. Some players I'm thinking in mind are like Nick Claxton, Robert Williams, maybe Miles Turner if he's available for trade. And the trade market just got insanely crazier. We were talking about De'Aaron Fox, Jimmy Butler. Literally, a top 5 player just got traded. They said the first time 2 players who made the All NBA team before in the past season got traded for each other. So Lakers also got Maxi Kleber, who is solid as a player, a wing player, but he's injured. He broke his foot, so I don't think he's going to be ready the rest of the season. So this is just probably the craziest trade I've ever seen. We saw like the Shams trade. They thought it would be that Shams got hacked because of how crazy this trade is. And even in 2K, if you do this trade, 2K won't accept it because the Mavericks don't got that much stuff in this trade. The Mavericks could have probably gotten better trade packages from other teams, or at least get another first round pick from the Lakers. But this is actually crazy. Luka to the Mavericks. I mean, to the Lakers. Like, even the Lakers GM thought that it was joking from the other GM on the Mavericks, and the Mavericks owner was laughing. But this trade somehow got through. Lakers definitely won this. Mavericks don't know what's going to happen in the future. But, yeah, this is the craziest trade in NBA history. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.